US with this notion of the American dream, right? To make it big, to chase it. When we leave our countries in Latin America, it's kind of hard to avoid the fact that there's not been historically a lot of meddling from the US into Latin America. The list is very, very long. So what's your currently standing political position on the non-unilateral sanctions in Cuba and Venezuela, for example, and how these sanctions produce immigration into the US?
I met with Castro many times, and he as much as admitted to me that the embargo had kept him in power. It had the opposite effect. He was the longest reigning dictator in the world, and it was largely because he can point to all of the problems that he had in Cuba. He can point to the United States and say, oh, it's the embargo. They're doing it to us. And, the United States, my uncle started the Alliance for Progress. He started USAID because U.S. policy up until his administration, the only issue was anti-communism. As long as there was a dictator who said he hated communists, we would help that guy. We would help the military. We would help the oligarchs because they hated the communists. And my father and uncle said, that's not a good policy. We need to offer the poor, we would help the military. We would help the oligarchs because they hated the communists. And my father and uncle said, that's not a good policy. We need to offer the poor in these countries a path to the middle class. And so they created USAID. At that time, it was designed to end run the oligarch and give aid directly to the poor, the kind of aid that would move them into the middle class. The same with the Alliance for Progress. My uncle thought it was wrong for the CIA to be meddling in these countries, and I will put an end to that. These countries need to determine their own path, their own sovereignty, and we need to figure out a way to work with them, no matter what it is. So you look at Central America, and what the richest country in Central America is Costa Rica. Costa Rica is the only country we've never invaded. It's the only country. It's peaceful, it's wealthy, it's happy. You look at the countries where we've had a presence. Guatemala never recovered from us overthrowing Jacobo Arbenz in 1953. Salvador's never recovered from us funding the death squads there.
Correct.
Right? And now Salvador is with Bukele. It looks like we need to be partners with these countries. They want our leadership. They don't want our bullying.